Welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we're going to do shock absorber replacement and top mounts replacement for BMW 5 Series 520D F11 2016. I need to lift up the car, put it on two jacks, and to do that you have a point under the car, basically in the middle of the subframe, so you can lift the whole car. Wheel is off. Now I have to take the shock absorber and we have to do the following. This 3 bolts top mounts, okay, and then we'll have to do the undo the drop link, and I'll have to do this bolt, and then we'll have to undo the shock absorber bolt here as well. But we'll start first with the drop link, and then this bolt here, and then this one, and we'll do the top mounts at the end. A couple of things with this bolt: you have to use new bolts because they one-time use, and the top mounts, they don't have any threads. The new bolts will make the threads in the top mounts. So I'll show you when I'll get the top mounts that they all come without the threads. This bolt, it's a good idea to get them new because they rust and they can get stuck inside, and when you try to take them out you can damage them. So let's see if it comes out now. See, it's pretty stuck. That's why you need new bolts for this one, because they rust. When you take them out you damage them, so get new bolts. Okay, this is off, drop link is off, the lower bolt is off. Now it's time to take the top mount bolt off. But what I'll do, I'll mark the position because they have a specific position, so they basically go clockwise to the end, but I'll just mark them anyway. I think I'll sleep better this way. Now the shock absorber is out. This is the old one. Very important for the BMW. Mark the position of the top mount relative to the shock absorber. So what I'll do, because I changed just the shock absorber, I will just mark the spring. I'll drag a line. So this is gonna be the point facing this way. I'm gonna mark this position on this point, but then you have an arrow. I have another arrow, so if you look, that arrow goes across the whole shock, and it kind of like lines with this line. Here's the arrow. Here's how I marked it, because I'm gonna reuse the spring. I'm gonna mark the arrow and you follow the line. So basically the line goes and it goes towards this edge. So on the new one I'll follow the same thing and I'll get to this edge. This is how I'm taking the bolt of the shock absorber. So make sure you don't twist the shock absorber itself. You just hold this with an Allen key and then you undo it with another key. The old shock is out. At first I was thinking that the mount might be dead, but the mount is in good shape. But anyway, I have brand new. I'll put brand new, but they're still good. I think I'll just give them away or something. But the shock is dead. Look at this. Press it and it's dead. The new shock is ready. Mark this line to this one, and then again I mark the coil spring. I mark the position. You should get kind of like a straight line, and now I'll put it back together. Yeah, basically stick it in there, push this down, and then you'll put it back on the same position, and then you put the bolts. You just put everything in reverse. When it comes to the top mounts, I watched the guy, he says it should go clockwise to the end, but this is like original bolts and they were the opposite way. I don't know what to do, but I think I'll stick with the original position. But I don't have access to the original BMW manual, but I'll just put it back as it was. Tight everything down. These 3 bolts, this one, drop link, this one down there. But this one, you have to put the car on the ground and torque it with the car on the ground, okay? Remember this one.